Well, the first thing that we'd like them to make themselves feel at home, and if they feel a little bit out of place with or feel a bit unsettled, to let us know, because we're here for them and we're here to help them, and we will help them in those matters. And we, as an elder, I feel that that is my responsibility towards the teachers coming here.
Doomadgee State School has approximately 22 to 23 teachers that are actively on class. We also have a lot of support personnel that go around and support teachers in class through the SEP program, through guidance, through coaching, also through line management. The elements that we also provide for education is from pre-prep all the way through to year 10. We are across the single campus, and throughout the next few years we'll be looking at continuing to build up that junior secondary program. My key driver is very much around all children having access to a quality education that is based on the Australian curriculum and is very much compatible with them moving into any other area, any other place and space that they may wish to live in the future, and they have the skills and capabilities and capacity to be able to be part of that community. The high expectations that I have on myself, that I have on my staff and on my students are very much driven around students having the capacity and the ability to be able to achieve anything, anywhere, and to become anything that they so choose.
We would like to see the children, each child, come and attend school. It's their future.
The critical, and probably the most critical component, and the first cab off the rank, is always going to be around attendance. Attendance is very much driven around the way in which we build our relationships within community, the way in which we establish our relationships with students, the way in which we establish our classroom organisation, our classroom feel, and that welcoming environment. Through those avenues, if a teacher is able to really engage with their students in that relationship building, and then from them to the families, and build up that strength of relationship with community, then that's really the most critical part of that part for us. The literacy and the numeracy that then follows on from that, because if we can't have a relationship with the student, we're never going to create the learning and the capability that they may or may not have.
Well, to come to us if they want to seek advice and support, you know, while they're here. Just come to both me and David here, and we'd be there to support them, and you know, even and show Ari April down there and Eva, you know, the elders down there, come to them and talk to them. But I'd like the teachers, you know, if they're having problems, you know, here, or they feel uncomfortable or homesick and that, I'd encourage them to come to me and David. You know, just put a loving arms around them and say that we're here. You talk and I'll listen.
For teachers to know about is to like meet us, myself, Auntie Kathy, other elders, some other staff members in the school.
By involving community within our school, we've developed those partnerships which are necessary to support success in education. Also, by developing and engaging with community, community takes an ownership of our school direction, community takes an ownership of the success of all of our students.
The main thing to learn about the children's behaviour, and to go to the village sometime and see parents and talk to parents, get to know the children and parents.
It's really important if you want your kids to be at school, you need to know who their family is, you need to know them. So the way I have tried to get to know people is to get involved with things. You just want to be out there. You may not even talk to the parents of that child that's in your class, but they will see you and someone else will tell you, oh, so-and-so saw you at this, and you know, rah, rah, rah. And next minute that kid's coming to school more regularly and they're more receptive to having conversations with you.
Something that I really admire about the kids and the community is that wonderful family social network that they've got, and they really care for one another and look out for one another. And if you're lucky, they'll even welcome you into their families, and you'll start to be called things like sister, and that for me has been a really important aspect of my work here.
I'd like the teachers to have more connection with us too, as grandparents, aunties and uncles and mimmies and gangus, you know, just let them know what they call us in our Aboriginal way, you know. Teacher, this is my mimi here, or this is my gangu, you know.
So this year I'm head of curriculum. As head of curriculum, I've been developing a lot of the whole school plans. We work in a curriculum team environment. So we've got our head of department, head of curriculum and literacy coaches. And we've been following a coaching model where each teacher is assigned a curriculum coach and we'll work closely with teachers in their classrooms.
The pedagogical approach that we actually use is the Doomadgee State School I do, we do, you do approach. It was actually implemented last year and we're following through on that this year and the next couple of years. The I do is the teacher modelling to the class. It's very explicit in what you actually say for the students. The we do is the teacher sharing with the students and doing it with the students, and the you do is the students independently following through on the task. So it's that gradual release model that's followed throughout our lessons.
I think Neil, how about, okay Neil, I'm going to put it right there, you have to remember.
Well, I come to school every day and I just to be there for the kids and to be there for the teachers. Help the teachers to know the kids and help the kids to know their teacher, you know, and other adults that come into our school.
So with our teacher aides, we have one teacher aide assigned to a class for the year, and that's encouraging the teacher and the teacher aide to work really closely in building that relationship with a community member. They're not only your lifeline in the classroom, but also links to the community. So if you want to go and see parents or even participate in activities on the weekends, going fishing, that teacher aide is your first port of call for many teachers. In the classroom, they know the kids. They may be an auntie to half the children. They might be a nana to the other half. They're or an uncle, pa. They're a very, very valuable resource.
We're very fortunate here at Doomadgee State School because every classroom has a teacher aide. We get the teachers to actually start building relationships with the teacher aides because they are a vital connection with the students. So sometimes new teachers coming in probably don't understand sometimes what the students are actually saying, and your teacher aide can really help you. And then it probably takes a week or 2 weeks for you to pick up on some of the on the language differences.
The support that we do give you very much is around from that moment you walk off that plane, providing you with welcome packs, providing you with your keys to your home and making sure that you're ready to get settled down. So it starts at that very initial level. Your support around being in a professional engagement, we do recognise it's that 5th year of university. We do know that there are elements to what you don't know that you don't know them. So that is our job, to support you in moving that. So you go through your first 12 months of working as a professional, then we'll also be looking at that next step around how to do report cards, all that simplistic stuff.
The support structures we have at school at the moment, and we've got in this school, is that we've got our line leaders that are always going to help beginning teachers. We've got second years or third years or experienced teachers in Doomadgee who take the time and effort to help. So it's like that mentor, coach mentor, that relationship role. We've also got admin down. So we're here to actually help you, part of using that performance plan to help you improve in all areas.
The staff actually do the professional development plan, and that informs our planning for professional development for the teachers. We do surveys, and we also look at the needs of the students.
I don't believe in the myth that coming to a remote community will diminish my teaching skills or my outlook on teaching. During my time here, I have found that I have learnt a lot. Constantly, everyday behaviour management is a huge challenge at times, to be honest, but every day is different and every day you learn something new. And I feel like when I do go back to a school in Brisbane, I will have an incredible set of skills to deal with anything that comes up.
We encourage beginning teachers to participate in running PD at staff meetings and really get involved in a lot of leadership opportunities. I applied for the head of curriculum role, which to me is a really exciting opportunity, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
We definitely have opportunities regularly for different specialists in the fields to come up and give us professional development. At the moment, our focus is on reading, so we're receiving a lot of professional development about reading and how to teach reading.
First off, the accommodation in Doomadgee is top class. Okay, you've got secure accommodation, certainly lockable storage as well. And the other thing about it is it's appointed well with kitchenettes, lounges, separate bedrooms for everybody, and certainly the quality of it is up to modern standards. So that's something that you can expect when you come here.
To live and survive in Doomadgee, it's a fine line. I said you got to be here for the kids, so you're here for your job, your profession as a teacher. You're here to ensure that these children are engaged and are coming to school. But outside of school, you've got to be able to have that time away where you feel comfortable, you can relax. So getting over to Burketown or going to Adele's Grove or down to Gregory is a great way to relax. Getting involved in social activities with other teachers, getting involved with the community, going out bush, being able to hunt for goanna or chasing turtle or something down the river. There needs to be that line of school and home life that you need to be able to adjust and work with accordingly.
They need to know about where to go and what country and whose country that belongs to, Gangalita or Wanyi or Yanyala or Garawan, all that, because Garawa country that will coast. But they got Clarence here, where he can just give them advice of saying, yeah, you can go there, mate, or,
They usually take them out.
They usually take them out, which is good, just as long as they see Clarence here first, because he's the main one for over there,
the coastline.
Gangalita tribe, and, over the coast side.
Doomadgee is extremely remote. When I first came up and I was on that plane and looking down and seeing how remote it actually was, I was thinking, oh my goodness, what have I done? But when I got on the ground, you realise that all the teachers, they live very close to one another. So if you're not seeing each other at school, you'll see each other after school, weekends. It's a very tight-knit community. You have full access to Telstra internet, Telstra phone service, which is extremely reliable. You'll get C4T laptops, so you've always got that access with the internet and computers.
Look, in your free time here, you have a lot of opportunities to engage in different activities, and it really is what you make it. So for example, we have afternoon sports sometimes, so like aerobics or yoga or things like that, or you can go for walks, and that can be quite a social activity or a really good way to de-stress. And then on the weekends, often we'll go to, say, a nearby town such as Burketown, or there's lots of national parks, lots of events in the area such as rodeos and camp drafts. And if you're from the city, this is really a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be able to really experience a different version of Australia than what you're used to at home. So that really has been a fantastic thing about staying here.
The skills and characteristics that we really do want from our teaching staff is very much around that flexibility. We recognise that many people who come out to our school are going into what we call their 5th year of university, that we really are focused on understanding where they're at with their knowledge and experiences that they previously had may or may not fit 100% with what our cultural and school context is. So we really do focus on the coaching. We really want teachers who can engage with that, teachers who can have the resilience to be able to recognise that they are in a remote community, but then also recognise that it is not an isolation. It is a once-in-a-lifetime experience that they will never have again, and also that it is a place where they will be able to spend a number of years, and it will become very firmly entrenched within them as a place.
Well, the reasons I came was because I thought I could make a difference, and even if it was just in one kid's life, I thought that would be worth it.
So the importance of consulting with family, the importance of making your family, whether they be your parents or your brothers and sisters, as part of that decision is really part of the foundations of having a successful move. Connectivity through Facebook, through the internet and all those other elements means that you're in daily contact with your family, and you have all of those elements that support you now are going to be able to be provided here, just in a very distant setting.
The key advice about coming up here to Doomadgee, first of all, is to be yourself when you come up here. The kids are really intuitive, and they'll know if you're not being yourself. And I think that when they see who you are, they really engage with that, and that's when you form those really deep relationships with the students. I think that it's also really important to bring a positive attitude, including a sense of humour when you come up here, because things can get quite serious if you're living in a fishbowl and you've got a lot of work on. So I think positive attitude is very important. And the last thing, I think courage is a wonderful asset up here. You know, you need courage to be able to engage with the community that is unfamiliar to you, different culture, and really put yourself out there and go and make relationships with the community. They are very welcoming when they see that you're really making an effort.
Look at when we have our teachers come here, you know, when they come here to teach our children, we'd like them to learn, you know, from our kids too.
It really is a beautiful, beautiful town. The people are beautiful. They're so welcoming. The stories you actually see on YouTube are incorrect, which is devastatingly such a shame to actually see that portrayed like that. But quite the opposite is actually true. So when you're a teacher and you're coming to Doomadgee, you will absolutely love it. You will love it. You'll love the community. You'll love the support that is in place in the school with the teachers, with each other. And you'll love teaching the children. That's the main thing that you will absolutely love. Once you teach here, you are absolutely set for when you go back to Brisbane or the sunny coast. Yeah.
We don't say the word welcome.
Okay.
Or there's a word we say, go or the come. Come my friend, come. That's how the old people in the early days welcome, come, and that person comes and feel welcome, sit down, you know, then they just sit down beside me, something like that. That's what they used to. The Ganglia people would say, "Come, my friend, come."